Hubbub.
I'll tell you, one of the best, absolutely one of the best pieces of hubbub ever. I didn't realise this for years. It's a mid-50s film, John Wayne film. It's called The Fighting Seabees. And it's about a construction battalion in the Pacific War that actually get heavily involved in the action. You know, bulldozers as tanks and all this kind of stuff. It's a classic sort of John Wayne type thing. But it's all shot in the Philippines, and so the producers have got a cast of trillions, of course, so you've got 5,000 Filipino extras, and they're supposed to be in this big sort of street scene, market scene, where they are supposed to sound like they're Japanese, or the rather cod idea of what Japanese sounds like. You know, completely, caricaturish, but that's the movies of the 50s, And the Filipino language, of course, is nothing like that. The Filipino language is sort of, it's short and sharp, but it's quite rounded, and it doesn't sound like the producer's concept of a bunch of Japanese people in a street scene. So the script writers are going, hell, what are we going to do? How are we going to make this work? And they came up, I'm really not joking, they came up with this phrase: I tie your shoes, you tie my shoes. So every one of the 5,000 Filipino extras had to learn that phrase: I tie your shoes, you tie my shoes. So you've got this whole, and once you know this, the scene becomes ludicrous. I tie your shoe, you tie my shoe, I tie your shoe, you tie my shoe, I tie your shoe. It's absolutely ludicrous hubbub scene in the history of the movie. Completely brilliant. Right, let's get some. I'm going to call this track, for obvious reasons, Hubbub. Hubbub. There it is. You're now on hop. Okay, so can we just have some general, sort of conversation level hubbub? Hubbub, absolutely brilliant. I can recycle that hubbub. I can overdub the hubbub with a bit more of the hubbub from a different place and thus make it dimensional. So if somewhere along the scene it looks like hubbub is needed, then that will work. Okay, as you suggested, we need a bit of laughter. I say, did you know my dog has no nose? Ah, how does he smell? Terrible! Yeah, please, you can.
Russian dolls. Don't you just hate Russian dolls? They're so full of themselves.
Okay, that's good. Right, let's check my little big burst of applause. 1, 2, 3. At the end of the nightly sequence, it's made me feel wanted. Sing a song.
We got some more laughing.
You know how fragile singer-songwriters are. Loved and respected. They get all sort of moody and all the rest of it. Okay, well, we're going places now. We have a whole bunch of suggestions from the floor, some of which I can turn into things. I'm changing my mind already about how to start it off with a piece of cod early music on the mandolin. I think actually a spot of your Middle English thing is actually a really nice way of starting it. So that's probably where we'll start off with the shots of the castle. So that's enough with sonics for the moment. Between what I've got here and the stuff I'm going to do, let's go back and start choosing a few pictures, more pictures and things, and looking at some of the stuff that we've got. Save. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There we go. La, 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 la. See what else we can do. Jump. Right, let's have a look at some of these sequences then. That was quick unexpectedly, but I closed it. And I wish this would go away. Where's my mouse going? There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look from the beginning here and see what happens. So, obviously everyone likes the gardens here.
Butterflies are good, don't they? Possibly.
Your shots.
Possibly. Yes, so the detail, this was obviously on the HD camera because the detail's quite good and the insects are quite lovely. So I might take your little melody, speed it up ever so slightly and make it just a slightly bit more of a rhythmic tune to go with this. This will go into the path sequence, obviously, that's rather nice. I love that. So somewhere along here, somebody shot a whole bunch of the African heads, yes? That was you, was it? Okay. So I'm sure we'll bump into. They're playing them in sequence now and having a bit of a look. Yeah, there's a lovely bit there. They are great gardens, aren't they?
Nice. And they've recovered so well because they were devastated by the winters and floods
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah. The Book of Eli. So sweet a kiss, the four-part harmony using those words. But,
Oh.
what's it, lunch already?
12:30.
They're lying, you see. They said it was 1 o'clock, according to their programme. It's 1 o'clock.
But it is all out.
It is all out. Oh, Kev, we're having too much fun, so no one's going to have lunch.
More fun.
More fun. Cheers, buddy. No, this is lovely stuff here. I think we'll start. Let's just move along. Yeah, these were the bits I was looking at earlier on. That's all really, really nice. Basically, what we can do with these cheap little cameras, and so they do actually work exceedingly well. Yeah? Okay, this was with the highly inaccurate itinerary. So nightly session runs until what time this afternoon? Can somebody look and say? I will attempt to actually have this in pretty much some kind of working shape, maybe not tightened up, but in working order, sort of just before we have supper this evening. And Bob's very nicely keeping, I've got the key to the room, so probably just before supper you can all come back and see what I've been doing for the afternoon. And
The afternoon is 2 to 4:30.
2 to 4:30. So what time are we scheduled for supper?
5:45 to 6.
5:45. If people want to get down here about 5:30, I'll have something pretty much close to completion to show you using everything that we've done, basically, and edit it up into the Herstmonceux film. And if everyone likes it, I'll probably tighten it up a bit more tomorrow morning, and then I'll post it on YouTube with get everyone's name on it, and it is our Herstmonceux film, the
Oh.
workshop film.
No.
Now, I have to ask a question now, because we've been doing this for 4 years, and I actually never been in this room, so I didn't know that it had a well-equipped AV room, and I like working like this, and some of the other stuff I do, I always make a beeline for this sort of setup, because probably a lot of the stuff I do is minutely more technical than what Steve is likely to do. So does everyone like this format of doing things?
Yeah.
Because for next year again, I'll dream up something different, but I will pursue the AV line in the process, you know. What we might do, for instance, next year is I might have a completed film all very tightly edited up or something like that, and part of the workshop we might sort of, anyone who is specifically a singer or a musician, might ask them to actually come with stuff ready prepared and see if we can match up some sort of audio to some sort of visual, you know, and then we can all be Cecil B. DeMille, or even better, Ridley Scott, on a good day. All right, darlings, lunchtime.
Thank you very much.
So those of you who want to, 1 5.